First, let me say congratulations to Team USA of USA Hockey for beating the pants off Sweden and advancing to the next round of the playoffs. They won in overtime, which is amazing because Canada, they won their game in overtime too. So it's like all the semifinal games have been right down to the wire in hockey. But that's not what we're here to talk about. And I'm sure you guys probably don't care about hockey as much as I do, because if you do, you're a mega fan. Okay, just a little reminder here. It's not really a reminder, it's just something. After this, after we get off here, Steven Stambolia, who is a fantastic attorney, is going to be discussing how Rare Breed thinks we're all in a cult to defend Hoffman, and Larry is worried for his life because he's getting death threats. Apparently, I don't know. We'll have to see how that comes along.
Here's the whole thing. Nobody should make death threats. Nobody should be worried for their life. You should be worried for your immortal soul for being just a big dirtbag. That's what you should be worried about.
That's not what we're here to talk about. We are here to talk about what is going on in California. California has a war against 3D printing, specifically 3D printing firearms. And we have seen that with the lawsuits against a Ctrl Pew and everything else. Why we only get 26 people? Very low.
That's 27.
Yeah, that's I don't know if. Okay, I'm looking at it. Doesn't look like notifications went off for some reason, which is weird. But yeah, because we usually were over 100 by this point, but whatever. It doesn't matter. People will watch it on the replay. But California has came up with a fantastic new idea. And their new idea is to copy their handgun roster. And if you don't know, in California, you're only allowed to have certain handguns that's on the official roster. Well, they want to make it so there is a 3D printer roster.
All right. So how would you actually implement that? You're telling like Alibaba, they're handguns. I can understand you can have a roster because there's FFLs that handguns come through. How do you think you're going to control that?
Well, here's what they want to do is they want to make it so that in order to buy a printer, the printer has to be equipped with blocking technology to block the printing of guns, and it also has to be chronically online. And so basically, it has to be online 24/7. And the 3D printing companies have to have the ability to be able to update it remotely to block any fixes that you put in there.
Woof. Woof. So it sounds like a bamboo.
Yeah, but like you can flash the bamboo or replace the board or whatnot. This law would make it illegal to do.
Yeah, there's a bunch of ways you can get around, bamboo phoning home. The
California law would make it illegal to not phone home.
But what if I bought a bunch of parts and made a printer? So in other words, I can't build like a Voron.
No, you can't. You can't build a Voron or anything else like that.
I mean, I have an ANET A8 that was I still have.
These companies basically have to set up their printer so they won't work unless they're connected to the internet.
And make sure that it's not printing a gun at all times.
Correct. And they're actually calling it a 3D printer roster.
All I got to say is good luck. Let me know how that works.
I don't think it's going to work out too well for him.
And realistically, what it's going to come down to is no printer company is going to sell printers in California.
I think that's the plan.
Mm.
You don't see that? I 100% see that.
I think you're right.
100%. That's exactly what they are trying to do.
So they're just. But look, my neighbors have 3D printers. It's not like I'm not the only weirdo with a 3D printer or many 3D printers. There are multiple people on my block with 3D printers.
Yeah, and 99.9% of them don't use it to print guns.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, Nevada and Arizona have increased sales.
And then what will be the penalty for owning an off-roster 3D printer? Is there a grandfather clause? Is like
I don't know if there's a grandfather clause, but you won't be able to transfer it.
it's a non-trans? How would they know?
I don't know. I don't know. So basically, the like 3D printing companies will have to register their printers with the state of California, and have it certified by the state of California that they're running blueprint detection algorithms.
But
It'll be a crime to knowingly disable, deactivate, uninstall, or otherwise circumvent firearm blocking technology.
yeah, good luck with that.
Which is crazy. Oh, there's Steven. Steven, we're going to redirect to your show. Yeah, so basically, I'm going to go ahead and I'll link the bill out there to everyone so everyone can read through it. But it's quite crazy. It's quite crazy. So you can't modify your printer. You can't disconnect it. It's basically making it illegal to own a 3D printer, which is kind of crazy.
And here's the whole thing. It's don't get me wrong. The skill needed to 3D print a Glock or an Orca or any other named firearm is a little higher, although Bamboo has made it stupid simple. I have a pre-banned 3D printer, right? Right. If I register, is it able to be sold in California in the future?
Yeah,
I'm going to register my ANET A8 with California as a pre-ban printer.
It's crazy.
But it's just mind-boggling. So, all right, they made the Ghost Gunner and the Coast Runner illegal in California, right?
Yes.
So now they're going to make 3D printers illegal. And running a Ghost Gunner is a little harder than running a 3D printer. You have to have a little bit of skill to do that.
Yeah. Basically, if you get caught, you're gonna have a fine of $25,000.
If I'm harboring an illicit printer,
An off-roster printer,
it's a $25,000 fine,
or a printer that you modified not to phone home.
So in other words, if I'm just 3D printing cosplay masks and I've got one of these large scale Bamboo printers and I'm got an Etsy shop and I'm doing, cosplay mask, all of a sudden I'm a criminal, a victimless crime.
Correct.
Jeff says go after the government for harboring illegal aliens.
They won't do that.
So who wrote this law?
The law is written by a. All right, let me get his name here. I gotta get his name here. Da-da-da-da. Oh, Bauer Kana. Definitely remember Bauer Kana, whoever the hell that is.
Was he the one selling guns to gangs?
Rebecca Bauer Kana. No, it's a woman.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead. Let me go ahead and share my screen. So this is Rebecca Bauer Kana here. I mean, you're gonna look at her and be like, dude, that's a Karen.
Does she have blue hair?
No, she looks like a Karen. Oh, reproductive health, of course.
Meaning killing babies.
Of course. That's what she cares about.
Well, let's just call killing babies killing babies.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's her. She also wants to put warning labels on social media.
Are there already warning labels on social media? Because that's how I know what to watch. Because when it says, view this content or see why this content is, fuzzed out.
No, what she wants is like when you go to social media, it's going to pop up warning. This might be addictive.
Oh. Wouldn't they just give me free needles then?
Yeah, well, they don't care about that. They care about stuff that's stupid.
Wouldn't they give me a safe place to consume social media like they do drug addicts with safe places to get needles and shoot up?
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Can somebody help me make sense of the world? Because I'm having a tough time here. I feel like reality is not real anymore.
She also wants AIs. She's also pushing to have censorship in AIs, like by law.
Well, did they stop doing that with AIs? You remember you couldn't get like white people generated in AI images?
Yeah, I remember that. But like my AI, Crump GPT, which is totally unfiltered, that would be illegal in California.
Oh, so you have to censor your AI, and there has to be a minority in every output.
Yeah.
So you have to draw a picture of George Washington. It's going to show you some red-headed guy.
Yeah, one of the other things that to ban
Yes, for a Somali pirate, he's going to have blue eyes and blonde hair.
She wants to ban all plastic bags, not like bags, just like bags that you can get from grocery stores. Like
you mean like Ziploc bags?
Yeah, not allowed to have plastic bags.
I'm okay with that because I don't live in California. Let the communists rule.
She proposed a bill to make abortion care abundant.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Some of the stuff she wants, but yeah, but this whole thing of pinning a roster, I just don't think that they understand the technology and how no matter what they do, too bad, you're done.
Yes. Yeah, and nobody possibly could keep up with it would be cost prohibitive for any 3D printer company to try and maintain that. Like if you said, okay, I'm going to go to the catalog and I'm going to go all these places and I'm going to download their things and I'm going to put it in the firmware not to print these things. Well, a day later, something new. Minutes later, possibly. You're not going to be able to stop the signal.
Yeah, you can't stop the signal. They're done. They're stupid. It's not gonna work out. But yeah,
That's pretty amazing.
It is, isn't it? It's just crazy. But we're gonna get out of here. Like I said, stay tuned. You're gonna be redirected over to Steven Stambolia's channel, who's gonna be going live in a couple minutes. They're gonna be talking about Larry and how he thinks the cult of Hoffman is out to kill him or something. I don't know. I don't know. He I guess they describe people who support Hoffman as cult-like, and he's saying that he's getting death threats.
Well, yes, okay.
He also told me when he was suing, when they were going after like BDU, that he believed that they were trying to put a hit on him. He told me that directly.
Maybe he's paranoid.
I don't know.
I think he should put his big boy pants on and just live with it.
Yeah, it is what it is, right?
Well, I got at 2A Law, Steven Stambolier Law, queued up and ready to watch.
All right. Well, we're gonna head over there. Steven was just in the chat, so stay tuned. And there's 14 people waiting over there. Hopefully, all you guys stay tuned, and we'll be redirected over there. I am just waiting for him to hit the go button, and then we are gonna be hitting the redirect.
6:30 now.
He's in the chat over there. Here we go. And I will see you guys later.